My name is Tim Lilburn, and I'm going to read some poems from a new collection called Harmonia Mundi, and it will be appearing in the fall. Look, there. And the daemon, hair tied to one side, black hair, his sentence a creek dropping 6,000 feet on stone, the cot in the throat, the angel's cold mind. Now a dragonfly's livery and light armor, now a human smell, appears standing in ferns, watching. Northeast of Creelman, Saskatchewan. Mother. My brother and I end up here, the stone house, not ours really, belonging to the English family, generations gone, below Gooseberry Lake. Quarter-inch frost on the inside face, blue and yellow boulders, roofless. Pelicans jerky on the water half a mile away. We should, we know, be head down and butting in creek thickets of arithmetic or at football practice. We push through drifts, room to room, blood reports, partly burned photographs, black corner brackets attached. We pass staticky Geiger counter hands over as on TV. Bits of machinery, energy ash, puffy around them. Everyone gone, as we expected. Mother, aunts, uncle driven out to work at 12 barefoot, stooking behind the binders and staying out. We think through this, but go looking for them anyway, coming back to fire pits each late afternoon to set fresh blazes. Then Greg disappears, 2-3 weeks, no word. Sing. Mother in the High River Hospital, bewitched by the watch-like tracking device on her ankle, just changed by the Nigerian, "Do you know Okigbo? I love you, you must." Nurse, re-diapered, exhausted, waiting in the room that looks into the top third of a gigantic cottonwood for the loud woman, her mouth pointing straight up to stop yelling, "Help, help," waiting to return to hymns in the chapel kitchen. She can't sing these days. Is slotted, keel driven onto sand, in her wheelchair beside me. My lostness, I'm all cloud and wind, no use to her at all. She tells me she is sad when we sit later beside the hall Christmas tree. About what? All the defeats in me, the depression, the war, yes, but the death of her mother, little children sent into winter fields to look for lit windows, cooking and cleaning for other and other families. But look, snow in the fenced patio, though the word leaps ahead of her, bounding through drifts of itself. Oh, oh, she holds the vowel, as other residents, small bears. Of the harmony of the world. May sunlight in the back, morning just clearing the high cliff, camas stems yellowing, grass on the west slope dead, summer drought already on. In the gulch on the top terrace, nothing much, used up, rocks so sere. I sit in full glow on the lichen-crusted green armchair left us by the previous owners. Leaves of a melanoma diagnosis open on my lap, Lectio. Rocks in the terrace quiet, sinking into knotted grass and dirt. Ocean spray, a step from bloom. Major trends in Jewish mysticism or Fusus al-Hikam on the low rusted table, tusked, beside a pillow clouded by worm droppings raining from maples. How did I end up like this? Beauty infiltrated everywhere. Kepler, in his crowing, ecstatic, incredulous opening of the harmony of the world. I am stealing the golden vessels of the Egyptians to build a tabernacle for my God from them. The very nature of things was setting out to reveal itself to men. Just two, him and Tolmie, each at the end of the charge from the sky's finger. I curve below rock and break stalks of dead grass. Hummingbirds swim overhead. Any creature that God has not yet brought into existence is non-existent, though it certainly exists in some mode, since it is an object of God's knowledge. It is found with God. Ibn Arabi's Metaphysics of Imagination, William Chittick. An alarming geometry forces a winged trapezoid, but rushing, so that mathematics, because of drag, melt, draining along the crevices at the seams of the seen, lightly shaking, not there-ness, that stands, then rolls, then stands once more in the non-patterned, non-ancestored, non-burning, but murderous, bodiless light folds of that pause, that weight, that complete terrible, that greater than massive, this new object swaddled in vision magma. Small gear, barley pearl, about to click into place, color shift in northern bears as they slide into trees or nil. Novel shapes of sadness. Who can say? We can't read at all at this pitch. An electrical fur for us surrounds it, if we're very lucky, and a gap where its heart could fit, delay, gasp, oh, we provide, cloaked in the flowing mud of a channel breaking up. In that place of windwork calculations, where Shelley, our sweet emissary, bent toward and below their eddies and buckles to ask the mother of the newborn for report on the doings of the higher integers, the eye of the world, burning, pyramidic, gazing, quite visible through the hole in the number 4. Animal set at the center of unlit oil pots. A boar, with no obvious wound, sits in a rostrum chair. The theater before him is dark, aside from his drained light, directly above the alert, if awkwardly seated body. Emptily dark, the theater, yet suffused with quivery outlines of ears. That dark, yet stacked with moist breathing. The boar wishes nothing will be said about what he reports. Nothing must be repeated outside this room. He's been to the Persian throne and had explained to him what will certainly come. He's been to the northwest frontier. He urges us to scratch out shallow pits in the ground.